Honorable Singh.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't know if I'm going to sing like that, but Madam Chair, I think it'll be good for us in considering this report that we are not selective in our interpretation and understanding contents of this report. And I say this to both sides of the House. Because, Madam Chair, there are good outcomes in this report and there are bad outcomes. If we look at this report and you look at the question of Auditor General, we are number 1 out of 144 countries, number 1 out of 144 countries in the strength of auditing and reporting standards. Now that's something that we must stand on a roof and shout about. When it comes to legal rights index, we are number 1. When it comes to regulation of securities exchange, we are 1 out of 144. When it comes to soundness of banks, we are 2 out of 144. So, Madam Chair, we must not cut our nose to spite our face when we speak on this here. But having said that, Madam Chair, in some instances, we are number 144 out of 144. And that is where there should be cause for concern. And these sectors are mainly in the education, health, and inefficient government bureaucracy. Let us not be like ostriches, bury our heads in the sand and think that the problem will run away. We've got to come up as government and as this parliament with aggressive interventions in those areas so that we can go up the ladder from number 144 in some instances to being number 44, because that would be an improvement. Now, I think this report of the World Economic Forum needs to be taken very seriously because it is read widely. It is read by people who invest in our countries. The FDI comes mainly from people reading these kinds of reports, and we must not just rubbish it on both sides just for the sake of rubbishing the report. Madam Chair, we are number 1 in sub-Saharan Africa, but is that good enough? Are we good enough in the education sector? We haven't been delivering textbooks on time. There's still a whole lot of inequality in the education in the rural areas and in the urban areas. There's a lot of infrastructure needs that are required. Our hospitals are not performing up to capacity. Our labor laws need to be re-looked at to make us more competitive. So these are the areas and arenas that we should be focusing on, and I would trust that members of the executive, and I'm glad, Madam Chair, that more members, like the senior member, like the Honourable Minister of Rural Development and Land Reform is here, because Cabinet needs to take this very, very seriously together with the departments. We would like to thank the Honourable Member for raising this particular motion in the House. Thank you very much.
Thank you.